certainly from the earliest days of my life, I grew up around leadership. My dad was a city councilman. I walked neighborhoods with him, campaigned with him. He ran for mayor in the town where we grew up in Bloomfield, New Jersey, but lost by 156 votes, then was reelected to the city council. So I've always was around people who were very deeply engaged with the community and involved with the community and around activity all the time. And that was instructive for me. But I will also say I never thought and never saw that I would be able to do those same kind of things. Because as a kid and even into adulthood, I lived with a secret that no one else could know. That people in my community, my church, family members and others wouldn't accept and wouldn't understand. When I think of transformation, personal transformation, I think of those transitions in my life from high school to college and from college to being involved as a member of the staff at Arizona State University, and then being asked to be on boards and committees in the city, and then having a group of people I really respected in the city of Tempe come to me and say, you should run for city council.
I met him 30 years ago, and it was, you know, the Cardinals had moved here, and I met him in his position as a city councilman with the city of Tempe.
When I decided to run for mayor, it was really kind of twofold. I wanted to be the mayor, but I also thought if I didn't win, it would be okay, because I could go on and do other things, get a life, and not have to be compartmentalized anymore. But I was fortunate enough to win. And once I won, I realized for the really big things that I wanted to accomplish, it was not going to happen just with me. I needed to work with other people. People support what they help create. That's what I've learned from the very, very beginning of leadership activity. And so my vision for the city had to become other people's vision.
You know what's really wonderful is Neil is a person who brings people together. So he doesn't just fortly go like Don Quixote tilting at windmills. He brings a group of people together, and people who are on different sides of the aisles, different sides of the issue, to talk about how we best benefit our community. And whether that was the city of Tempe, Arizona State University, the state of Arizona, or the country, Neil has done those things.
When I started working with Neil, I mostly started working with him around the stadium when we were trying to work on a stadium in Tempe. And again, it was his pioneering vision, if you will, that how important it would be to have that stadium be in Tempe. And he put himself out there in a pretty strong way to try to build this coalition, to build, even though it wasn't the most popular thing at the time, he knew it was the right thing, and he was going to fight hard for it.
Neil has used his courageous leadership to accomplish some incredible things. He created the vibrant Tempe Town Lake Park and the Tempe Arts Center, which has attracted business investment, cultural events, and economic revitalization for downtown Tempe.
Town Lake wouldn't exist without Neil Giuliano. I mean, you think of the landscape there, of how much that's changed with that beautiful lake, and then the development that's been developed around it. But he really did it for the parks, because parks were such an important thing to Neil.
Well, it was never lost on me that I was the first openly gay mayor in the United States. And Tempe was the largest city in America with a gay mayor for almost 6 years. And whether I wanted that role or not, it was one I had to accept. And so as I transitioned from the mayor's office after 10 years and was ready to transition from my many leadership jobs at Arizona State University, I was recruited to run the National Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation and take on a national role within the movement for LGBT equality, coming from Arizona, and try to make a difference in that arena.
He's talked to me so many times about the things that he's doing. I remember one of the last ones where he said, you know, when he was working at the San Francisco AIDS Foundation, he said, we're going to be the first city to eliminate HIV/AIDS. And you just kind of listen to that and, okay, you know, okay, and that's what he's doing. His work led to that.
You know, I've known Neil Giuliano for decades, both when I was a consultant at ASU and then since I became president of ASU. He is courageous on many fronts. He is unafraid to approach anyone on any topic, to speak from the heart. Most of us are too afraid to speak from the heart. We don't speak what we actually feel. We speak what we think the other person wants to hear. That's not Neil's case. He speaks from the heart with courage on any topic to anyone.